quarter. And here he is starting the second quarter as well. How crucial is his contribution going to be? Olympiacos have done an outstanding job limiting his contribution so far. Deep three-pointer, and we've got a foul on a three-point shooter. Sasha Vezenkov can't believe it. It will send Mario Hezonja to the free throw line for 3 shots.
It's little things like this right here that kept Madrid in the game against Barcelona the other night. You felt like the game was getting away from them early in that first half. I'm sorry. And then there was a couple fouls here, a couple fouls there. Madrid going to the line, shooting three, stopping the clock, inching their way back in the game and feeling a little bit more confident. So Olympiacos has to be careful not to give these ticky-tack fouls. You give a lot of foul shots to Real Madrid, even though Arizona misses that first one.
So Mario Hezonja, 76% from the free throw line during the regular season. 2 of 3 from the stripe on that trip to the line. 2-score game, 5 points to deficit.
Now they're back in that zone, and I don't see anybody at the foul line. There's Black, but Black's not a threat offensively. Lucas is, though.
Line drive, three-pointer off the back iron. Eddie Tavares ensures that it's one and done from Olympiacos' perspective by securing the defensive board. There's the 5 on the floor.
Tavares already with 6 rebounds.
Rudy Fernandez kicks the perimeter. El Chacho looks at the 3 into the heart of the Olympiacos defense. Kozer, underhanded scoop, goes, looking like the Iceman, George Gervin, with that left-handed finger roll from around the dots. Delightful finish from Fabian Kozer.
It must be May if Koser's doing that. He's the man in the Final Four whenever he gets in the game.
Three-pointer attempted by Slukas is landed. Makes it a 2-score game once again. Olympiacos up by 6.
Quick, fast ball movement around against the zone. You're going to get a wide-open look all day long. It's just a matter of converting those threes.
Tavares, nice catch, kick to the corner. Rudy Fernandez from deep, short and off left. Tavares got a crucial contact that directed it to Fernandez. Rudy El Chacho for 3. And Sergio Rodriguez lands from downtown to bring his team back to within a single score once again.
Chacho's not going to miss that shot when he gets that wide open of a look.
Sergio Rodriguez, third in terms of three-pointers made in the Final Four, as Kostas Papanikolaou off the front iron. What an offensive rebound. Sasha Vezenkov intelligently kept the ball high and got the field goal attempt away, sent to the deck by Fabian Kozer, and Kozer saying, hold on a minute, man.
Boy.
I barely touched you. Big, strong guy like you finding the floor that easily? That's a flop. And it looked as though Vezenkov initiated the contact with an extended leg like a starfish.
And look at Vezenkov saying, yeah, I got you. But that's why I got those 3 letters in front of my name now, MVP. I get those calls.
So Sasha Vezenkov to the free throw line. Remains perfect from the stripe so far tonight.
I love that attack by Olympiacos, though, because they got the ball to the foul line. As soon as Vezenkov, we already saw him hit that floater once, that's going to pull Tavares away from the basket, which makes it more difficult to guard the guys in the corners. Great job by Vezenkov to get to that foul line against the zone.
5 points the advantage for Olympiacos. They led by as many as 12 at 24-12, doubling up Real. Hezonja pull up three-pointer off the front iron. Ball still loose. How about that for a hustle play? Back down to El Chacho.
Oh,
wow, who
man.
was that to? Well, you see Chus Mateo encouraging his squad. A rare unforced error from Sergio Rodriguez. The pass way beyond the reach of the intended receiver.
Yeah, but just you see Rudy Fernandez getting those loose balls again, kicking over to Chacho. Unfortunate for them, they had an errant pass over to the 3 because Koser was wide open. Again, here's the zone. Who's going to be at the foul line?
So McKissick from the wing, off the front iron. Eddie Tavares with an outstanding rebound once again, reeling it in with his right hand. A monstrous double-double in the semi-finals. He's already got 5 points and 7 boards, 5 of them coming at the defensive end.
Ron, but you see what the zone is doing to Olympiacos. They're 4 for 6 from 2 points in the field, and they're 6 for 17. They're shot 17 three-pointers, almost triple the amount of 2-pointers they've shot. So they still have to be aware of attacking the basket and not worrying about the perimeter as much.
So Rodriguez to the top of the key, met by McKissick, who bit on the pump fake. Mario Hezonja for three, and he knew it was good as soon as he caught it into his home run trot. As Mario Hezonja moves to 7 points in the game, Madrid's leading scorer. It's a 2-point affair.
I told you Hezonja before, between the rebound and the fact that he's playing that small four, he's tough to handle.
Ball is loose, Hezonja picking it up once again, and what an outstanding job he is doing with hustle plays, as are Real Madrid as a team, securing an extra possession for his club.
I think I saw him the other day against Barcelona in that deep corner from us, dive on the floor and catch him before it went out of bounds. It led to a three-pointer, so Hezonja doing what he can offensively and also in the hustle plays.
Shaquille McKissick called for the foul. That's his first. So it's Rodriguez setting up the half-court offense. Oh, he gets down to the edge of the lane. Nice catch. Eddie Tavares powers his way to the basket, thrown out by Joe Bolomboy, but it's a goaltend. So basket good.
Pretty obviously called right there as soon as that ball hits the backboard. But again, the zone starting to cause problems.
So we are all square, 29 points apiece. First deadlock since 9-9 in the first quarter. Sasha Vezenkov still 0 from downtown, but my goodness, he's finding ways to get it done offensively from mid-range. Long range two landed by Sergio Rodriguez to give Real Madrid a 2-point lead, equaling their largest lead of the game when they led 3-5. We've got a timeout on the floor. Real Madrid with a strong second quarter. 5-14 in their favor. Let's look back to the flight time play of the first quarter. Jana Musa orchestrating the break. Nigel Williams-Goss double pumping in the air and finishing against Thomas Walkup off the window. Nigel Williams-Goss defying gravity to come up with the Turkish Airlines flight time play of quarter number one. So animated discussion during that timeout as we take a look at some of the emotions evident in the first quarter. It was a nervy start for both teams in the sense that they had a delay. They were out there, handshakes exchanged, they were ready to go, and then they were called back to their respective benches. But once the action got underway, the crowd have been into it, and the action has been intense, Joe.
I told you, that 9-point lead that they had at one point, it felt like they were controlling the game. The foul on the three to start that second quarter on Hezonja is what led Madrid to get a little bit of momentum back into the game. And once they get momentum, they start feeling themselves. With Chacho doing what he's doing, be careful, Olympiacos, because you might find yourself back behind double figures by the time halftime comes around.
7-point lead for Olympiacos at the end of the first quarter as Shaquille McKissick connects from downtown. 32% from three-point territory in the regular season, and he increased that to 50% during the playoffs, going 8 of 16 from deep. He gives his team a 1-point lead. Rodriguez dumps it down to Eddie Tavares. Huge mismatch, kicks it out of the double team. Three-pointer landed. Fabian Cozer coming up big here in the championship game once again.
Mr. May of Mr. Final Four. It's unbelievable, his numbers during these couple games. Oh, nice play right there.
Finish on the inside. Joe Bolomboy with the creativity to get the bucket to go close to the basket, and we are all square, 34 points apiece. So Rodriguez beneath the
He's gonna put
basket,
it up.
back out again. Nice catch, Eddie Tavares gets loose, goes for the jam, but comes up empty. Costas Lucas colliding with Rudy Fernandez in the open court. Rudy Fernandez blocking the avenue of Costas Lucas, who was looking to charge towards the hoop.
You'll see various times during the game where Chacho will dribble underneath the basket, the same as Slukas does a lot of times. Slukas, if he doesn't find anything, he brings it back out. Chacho, the minute he circles around, he's usually looking to put it back up for the big man, Eddie Tavares, who walks out of the game pretty angry because he felt like he got fouled. Slaps the scoring table, and you got to be careful of that right hand, big boy.
So Paulius Jankūnas, Lithuanian legend, who represented Žalgiris Kaunas so majestically during his EuroLeague tenure. Chairman of the boards, magnificent rebounder at both ends of the floor. As we've got a foul on Mario Hezonja, that's his first.
Hey, Ron, every time Olympiacos gets the ball to the foul line against the zone, they create a good shot. Right now, they're playing handball. They're going around that three-point line. They need to get a guy to foul line. Look at a big opening. Look at the space right here. We got all that right there.
So Kostas Lukas, a solid screen set by Bolomboy. Football. And so the shot clock will be reset to 14.
I don't understand. You can't put Bolomboy up there. You can send him up there and set a pick like you just did. But you have to get someone that's a threat like Vezenkov. Tavares isn't in the game right now. So try to penetrate the hoop. They open up that zone as much as they can to prevent the three-pointers. Take it at Anthony Randolph. See what he can do defensively.
Anthony Randolph, remember, didn't make his debut until round 34. Working his way back into game shape as we've got a whistle.
I'll tell you what, he had a nice 6 points the other night, too. He played 6 minutes in that game, had 6 points and played pretty well. He struggled against the couple games that he played against Partizan. He didn't find his rhythm. But the other night, he felt a little bit more comfortable, and he looked more comfortable. Here comes, you got all three of the veterans on the floor now. Juice is going to his arsenal.
Sergio Yuri checking in for his first action tonight. The Final Four leader in points and assists, fourth in terms of three-pointers made, as McKissick one-on-one with Rudy Fernandez. Oh, beautiful take to the rack, and the finger roll finish through the foul has the fans pumped up here at the Žalgiris Arena.
Look at the conversation right now between Rudy and Anthony Randolph, because Randolph's supposed to come over there and help out. They're not worried about the corner. Randolph goes out to the corner. What you're doing, you're letting the guy penetrate to the basket, and in the back of your mind, Eddie Tavares is sitting under that basket, but he's not there right now. You got to defend a little bit better than that.
So Rudy Fernandez called for his second foul. Shaquille McKissick unable to complete the three-point play, shot 80% from the stripe during the playoffs. Massive improvement on his 68% from 15 feet away during the season. Rodriguez stops at the elbow. Randolph for three, and he lands it from long range. Anthony Randolph making a three-pointer, just his third of the campaign, but he's only taken 5 of them. Terrific efficiency from Anthony Randolph, his team lead by 1.
And that's exactly what Randolph can do on the pick and pop with Chacho. You'll see Chacho always getting at Tavares, cutting to the basket. Randolph's going to do the opposite and pop out. Oh, what a tap in from Vezenkov.
Sasha Vezenkov causing Vincent Poirier to scratch his head over on the sideline. He's not able to contribute for his club. One of the sidelined athletes for Los Blancos, but a terrific follow from Vezenkov. Rodriguez finds Hezonja, who catches at the second attempt. Mario Hezonja landing his second three-pointer of the game, 2 of 4 from downtown. He's Madrid's first double-digit scorer, 10 points Sunday night to put his team up by 2. So plenty of space in and around the free throw line in this Real Madrid zone. Janulis Laurentzaikis colliding with Anthony Randolph, and it's a one-on-one opportunity. Mario Hezonja with back-to-back buckets. 5 points in a flash for the high-flying Mario Hezonja. Janulis Laurentzaikis feeling that he was fouled on his take to the rack. Real Madrid with a 4-point lead, their largest of the game.
Laurentzaikis, he might have to think about stopping there and pulling up over the top of Randolph and pulling Randolph away from the basket.
Shaquille McKissick stops and goes. Hard foul committed by Anthony Randolph, who doesn't have the shot-blocking presence of Eddie Tavares, but he's clogging up the middle effectively. Not by means fair on that occasion, but on the previous occasion, he caused Laurentzaikis to cough it up, and it led to an uncontested dunk.
Yeah, I mean, Randolph's right. You see it right there. Randolph just held his ground and went up. And it seemed like Laurentzaikis might have lost his footing, but again, you come in there, you stop with 2 feet. bring Randolph to you. You had Bolombai cutting on the bottom of the baseline. You could have got an easy basket out of there. No need to penetrate that deep into the zone all the time. Stop a couple times. Vezenkov did it earlier. McKissic has done it also. They can get it done as long as they're patient and get the ball into the middle of that zone.
So Shaquille McKissic making the free throw to stem that run of 5 points without reply posted by Madrid, which gave them their largest lead of the game. And it's a perfect trip to the free throw line for Shaquille McKissic to make it a one-score affair. Real Madrid leading by 2. Rodriguez. Bolomboy helping out on the screen. Randolph cutting to the bucket. It goes to the corner. Three-pointer landed sweetly by Canan Musa. 36% from downtown. And he gives Madrid their largest lead of the game once again. They're up by 5 in this 2-score affair. That's a big shot for Musa. Again, he didn't have a good semifinal night and didn't start out well here. So that 3, let's see if they can carry him on to get that offensive flow going. With 0 of 2 from downtown in the semifinals. In his 7-point total is Vezenkov with another high percentage shot. And Rudy Fernandez imploring his teammates, inquiring where's the help. Yeah, that's Lucas, though, getting up and going off of 2 feet. Exactly what the young guy didn't do earlier. And you find Vezenkov, you find the big boys down on the baseline. Step back 3 for Rodriguez off the back iron. Rebound ripped down by Sasha Vezenkov, his 5th board of the night. McKissic offloads to Slukas, who just elects to slow things down. Bolomboy sets the screen, now rolls to the bucket. Out the other side of the lane comes Slukas. Cross-court feed finds Janulis Laurent-Zaikis. High-arcing 3s off left. Joe Bolomboy with the offensive board. It's a recycled 14 for the Reds. Bolomboy passes out of a crowd. Extra pass to McKissic all day. And that is far too much time for a 3-point gunner like Shaquille McKissic. Hits the 3-pointer to knock things up at 45 points apiece. That's called inside, outside, other side. And that ball movement is so fast that McKissic gets the extra time to get a good look at that 3. So inside the final minute of the second quarter, Randolph, huge height advantage over Slukas. Double team came. Canan Musa off the back iron. Ball hit the iron. Anthony Randolph with a valuable offensive board. Rapid ball movement around the horn from Real Madrid. Yui fakes the 3, drives to the free throw line. El Chacho off the dribble, back iron on the shot, ball still loose. Last touch by Olympiacos, much to the chagrin of Shaquille McKissic. Yeah, tied up, but you've just given up 2 offensive rebounds and a loose ball right there, where Madrid's gotten 3 possessions out of this and taking all the valuable time off the clock. 25 seconds left. This will be 14 seconds. I think Chus is going to get a timeout here, try to set up an out-of-bounds play or something they could get to kill this quarter as much as they can. So the third quarter is 21-28 in Real Madrid's favor. That is why we are deadlocked. 45 points apiece with 25 seconds and change remaining in the half. Well, the final is every bit as physical as we expected it to be, Joe. Nothing easy being given up if the players can help it. Both on the offensive end and the defensive end, the players putting their bodies on the line. Yeah, you know, all coaches talk about 50-50 balls, and so much of that, when you talk about 50-50 balls, the loose balls, you have to run through them. When you're running through them, if both players are running through at the same time, you're going to get that bodily contact, and this is a final, man. Every ball counts, every ball matters, every game matters. Real Madrid with 4 turnovers so far to the 2 of Olympiacos Perez. So there you see Sergio Rodriguez edging closer to J.R. Holden, having passed Nando De Colo to 3rd on the all-time point scoring list. So many icons of the Final Four era on the court in this game. Rodriguez inbounds to Randolph. Sergio Yui one-on-one with Walkup. What a matchup this is. Walkup, the league leader in steals. Yui. You know what's coming here, Ron. a three-pointer to beat the halftime buzzer. Instead, it's an underhanded scoop. It goes glass, but it's off the front iron.
That's 4 possessions in the final minute for Real Madrid.
Extra offensive rebound. Olympiacos still with fouls to give, but they are doing an outstanding job on the offensive glass, all while Eddie Tavares is resting on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Real Madrid with 9 offensive rebounds, dominating the battle of the boards, 20-13 overall.
Yeah, I think, if I remember correctly, they got that possession with about 1:19 left in the quarter, and they went 4 different possessions. They haven't given Olympiacos another look at the basket since they tied this thing up at 45, and right now, you got the last shot.
So shot clock turned off.
Now watch out, here it comes.
The master of beating the halftime buzzer, is let it go from deep, but doesn't draw iron on this occasion. So after 20 minutes of play between these two EuroLeague heavyweights, they have punched one another to a veritable standstill. With 20 minutes in the book, we are deadlocked. Olympiacos Piraeus 45, Real Madrid 45. Second half in just a few moments' time. The instructions during the interval